Hello everyone, this is Pat Licata.
Hi, I'm Mary Maurer with the Licata Group.
And we are here for another episode of LicataLive. We have a very special guest with us today, Lee Frame, who is not here in his official capacity as one of our Orange County Board of Supervisors, but to talk to us about upcoming Lake of the Woods Players Play. So we'll get to Lee in just a few moments, but we want to start with some interesting real estate stats. We're going to talk about Lake of the Woods specifically for just a moment, and then we're going to go into what is being forecasted for the rest of 2021 and all of 2020 from the chief economist, Lisa Sturdivant, who is, as I said, the chief economist of the Virginia Association of Realtors. So as far as Lake of the Woods is concerned, there are 28 coming soon and active listings, of which 13 are new construction. And there are 2 large waterfronts in that 28. Then we also have 43 homes that are currently under contract, and 273 have sold so far this year.
Mm-hmm. And like Pat said, from the chief economist from the Virginia Association of Realtors, we have our report for the fourth quarter of 2021. Now these numbers are for the state of Virginia, so they're not local to our area, but for the entire state. She started with some projections on unemployment. Now, job growth is expected to rise 1.6% in 2021, or 62,000 jobs. And in 2022, it's expected to go up by 2%. And leaving the unemployment rate at the end of 2021 at 3.5%, and it's expected to be down to pre-pandemic levels by the end of 2022. At about 3%.
Yeah, it seems like, our economy is definitely still being affected by COVID.
Right.
It's being driven by COVID, and we are really in the mode of playing catch up to pre-COVID levels.
Yes. And as most people know, as far as the housing market goes, prices escalated at an unprecedented rate in 2020 and throughout COVID. Now, the 2021 most recent report, some areas are seeing a little bit of a slowdown in price increase. Now, this isn't to say that the prices are going down. They're not forecasting a crash or even prices to start trending down, but the rate at which they are rising is slightly slowing down in some areas. So in 2021, home sales are expected to end up raising about 6.2% for the year, whereas in 2022, the projection is that they'll be about flat to 2021. As far as medium home price, 2021 projections are that prices will have gone up by about 9.2%, which is pretty consistent to what we're seeing. And then just, price increases are supposed to be or projected to be about 4% in 2022.
Right. So. And it seems, Mary, as though, the reason that they're projecting 2022 to be kind of flat or as far as the number of homes sold is really based on 3 different factors. One is that there is going to be an affordability challenge, particularly for first-time home buyers, because of course home prices have risen. Mm-hmm. Number 2 is that they are anticipating a slight interest rate rise, and that's the first time in a couple of years. And lastly, they're expecting that the low supply or the low inventory is going to continue throughout 2022. Mm-hmm.
Right, and that's exactly what we're seeing in the market. It's already been a challenge, especially for, like you said, first-time home buyers and even anyone in a lower price range. It's very hard to find homes because of the lack of inventory and the prices going up so much. Now, you mentioned that interest rates are projected to go up a little bit, but they're still going to be down at historically low rates.
Absolutely.
Around the 4% mark.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that is what they're anticipating by the end of 22. interest rates could be in the 4% range or a little bit lower than that, which is certainly incredibly low still. It's just that we've now been used to the 3% range. So there will be a little bit of an increase. However, again, still historically low rates.
Right.
So I think that kind of covers
Yep, we
the
do.
economists, chief economists' forecast for the rest of 2021 and 2022. And now we want to get to a really fun subject. Lee has been involved with low players. How many years, Lee?
Well, about 20 years. I've been in about 24, 25 productions.
That was going to be my next question. How many productions?
Yeah, no, I've been in quite a few of them. And it's been interesting watching the progression and the evolution of Lake of the Woods players over the last 20 years. I mean, we first started, we were in the clubhouse, and we had to set up our stage on the Sunday before we started performing.
Jeez.
And
that was a challenge, I would imagine.
It really was, and the getting around backstage was climbing over in and around supports and stuff like that, and getting to the community center has been such a big step forward. Even then, the stage is great, but it's still a challenge because we're trying to do more and more on the stage than we have done in the past. Probably since we started My Fair Lady about 4 or 5 years ago, the progression of the quality of the performances have really been growing. We've done the Annie Get Your Gun, we've done Fiddler on the Roof, we've done Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and this Addams Family musical, which we're going to do later in October, is another one of those real big challenges. A lot of people think of Addams Family as the cartoon strip that we used to have, but this play is sort of about love. You have the lead actor and his wife are the Addams Family, and they're very different. In fact, there's a phrase in one of the songs that the standard answers do not apply.
And that's Trisha and Gomez, right?
That's Morticia and Gomez, and both of those performers have been with us before, and they are very, very talented. We really enjoy having them, and we have. But that's one kind of a love. And then you've got Gomez, who loves his daughter and his wife, and they're sort of tugging at him at different directions, and he's trying to deal with that. You have the Beinecke's, which is the normal family that's come in, and they have their issues with love in terms of how things have changed over the years and how maybe some of the stuff they used to feel, they don't feel anymore, so a little bit of that. Then you have a member of the Beinecke family and a member of the Addams family with very different views on things are falling in love. And then you have the young boy Pugsley, who loves his sister because he tortures her and he's afraid to miss that. And then you have Brother Fester, who loves the moon. So, I mean, you have all different kinds of things going on with this. There's a lot of dancing, a lot of choreography. We have 2 choreographers that are working with us, and
That's wonderful.
And it's a real challenge. I find trying to learn lines, sing, get the timing of the singing, and doing the dancing all together is probably pushing my limits. But we have some very talented people, and some of the dance routines are really great. It's funny in a lot of areas, and we've got some really good talent. We've got people who have been with us for a while, and we have a number of new performers, and they're bringing a lot. One of the things about the quality of the Lake of the Woods performances over the years is we keep attracting better and better talent. You know, people come in and want to do this. And our director and assistant director, Dan Ditzler and Michelle Ditzler, Michelle's got a beautiful voice, but she's not using it this time except to yell at us and keep us in line.
You in line.
Keep us in line. And both of them are extremely talented and extremely creative. And this has just been fun watching the creative process as we're doing this. You look at even the backstage people having to manage all of the stuff that we're doing on and off stage, moving props, moving furniture on and off all the time. You've got, and those people have been doing that for quite a while, and they're really good at it. And then we have the people actually constructing the sets. There's a group here that works with it. Bob Sachs is sort of our construction manager, and Dan Ditzler says, I want this and this and this and this. You know, and you get all of these real big demands in terms of what we're trying to do on a what is seems to be smaller and smaller every time we try a new production.
Right.
But anyway, it's going to be a great show. We're having a lot of fun with it. It's fun to watch the creative process and the individual actors. The nice thing about live stage is that it never is the same. And people always throw in something different, or something changes, or somebody forgets a line and everybody else has to recover that.
Yeah.
It's just fun to watch that.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a great time, and I encourage everybody to get their tickets.
Yeah.
We'll be performing for 2 weekends. I think we have like 7 performances.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you get tickets?
Huh? Okay. I don't know if I can stick this up in front of the camera,
Sure.
but anyway, you can go to the Lake of the Woods website.
Okay.
It's
Lake of the Woods Low
lowplayers.org.
Players website, and you can get tickets through that. You can call my wife, 540-972-6385. She handles tickets, and so it's going to be fun. I think I don't know how many tickets we've sold, something like 700 or so. That was last week, but ticket sales are going well, and I think we'll have a great time. You'll enjoy the performance.
I will be there. I've been to several of the performances, and they really are amazing. People have no idea how much goes on behind the scenes in putting one of these productions together. It's just so simple to watch and think, oh my goodness, that looks effortless, when certainly that is not the case. There's so much hard work that is involved. So I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Okay.
And thank you so much for
Sure.
coming in and joining us today.
All right.
I hope everyone has an opportunity to go online and get your tickets. You absolutely will not be disappointed. And thank you again for joining us on another Licata Live. We'll see you next Tuesday. At 11.
All right. Have a great week, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
I don't know.
All right.
I just touched it.
I think so.
We actually had a couple.
Thank you, Lee.
Sure.
Yes. Thank you so much.